Hey guys, it's Maymay and I'm back again with Rosettes. How cute is this cross, right? Now, I'm going to show you how to make the cross today, but I'm not going to decorate it. You guys know I'm getting ready to go on vacation for the Thanksgiving holiday, and so I'm going to make this simple, but I have promised so many people I would show how to make the cross, and then you guys can decorate it any old way you want. I'm just going to show you how to get to this point today. So the pieces you're going to need to make the cross are this. This piece is 3 inches wide and 2 inches high. So you need 3 pieces, 3 by 2. Okay? This piece is 4 by 4 square. You need 1 piece 4 by 4 square. These pieces are 3 inches long and 1.5 tall. So you need 4 pieces that are 3 by 1.5. Then I'm going to use a 1 1/4 inch circle just from one of my punches, but you could change the size of this based on what you want to put on the back of your cross anyway, okay? So all these pieces, I will put the dimensions in the description here below, so you don't have to go anywhere, look at a blog post, anything. I'll have all the measurements in the description below, so check that out so you can see that. All right, let's get started. Now we're going to do some scoring, and we're going to score these just like we always score, with 1/2 inch increments, because to me that is the easiest. Now this is 4 by 4 square, which makes it super easy because you don't have to worry about which side you're scoring on to start with. So you're just going to put this square into your scoring tool, or into your scoreboard, use your embossing tool, and we're going to score every 1/2 inch, just like I do with like every rosette I do, because I don't like to play in 1/4 inches. They're just too small for me. But you totally could do 1/4 inches here. That would work just fine. So I've scored every 1/2 inch on that 4 inch piece. Now these guys we have to lay in a little different. These we're going to lay in the long way. So when you put this in your score tool, you want to do it at 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to score every 1/2 inch again, just like we did before. And then that piece is now ready to go. So this is my last of the smaller white pieces, so I'm just going to score it really quick. And you can do this in any color you want. I'm just doing the white because I think it shows up good on camera. So I always show you how to do this using my fancy tools, but today I thought I'm going to show you how to do this without fancy tools. We're going to do this as if you don't have a scoreboard and you don't have a bone folder, okay? So if I were that person, here's what I would do. I would lay my piece down and I would mark it every 1/2 inch, just like this. So I've got to mark it every 1/2 inch. You could do both sides to be sure that you get a nice even score, or nice even line. So I've got 1/2 inch on one side and now the other. Okay, now I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to line my ruler up between those 1/2 inch marks, just like this. And I'm going to take a pin top. See this little point on this pin top? I'm just going to score with that point. Just run it through a couple times using a lot of pressure. I'm laying that point kind of to the side and scoring. You can do this. You can craft with anything, guys. You'd be surprised. I'm going to score this one again. And just keep going down on all our marks. And don't worry about the marks because you can put them underneath and you'll be fine. So there we go. I've scored using my pin top. Anything you have in your home that has kind of a dull end on it like this can become a score blade. Look at our score tool. Look at that. We just scored with it. Matter of fact, I'll show you folding. So I want my marks to be on the inside, so I'm going to start by folding this toward me and then back. And we're just accordioning this. Oh, I cannot say it. We're just folding this back on itself like an accordion. There we go. So look, it works the same as with my score tool. Neat, huh? All right, let's do the rest of them. Can I go back to my regular tool? I really love it. I like using it. So I showed you how to do it. And you can do that with every single one of the pieces, but I'm a little spoiled in using my score tool. I just love it. Okay, so everything is now scored and laid here. And of course I folded that one ahead of time to show you, but I need to lay it back out for now. All right, I'm going to move these guys aside and we're going to work with these guys. Now you can see I'm putting adhesive on the pieces that are going to go between the cross arms. So whatever color you use for an accent for the middle, I'm going to put this adhesive on either end of that. These are the pieces that are the 1.5 inch wide pieces. So I'm just going to put it facing up on 2 ends. Okay. Now I originally saw this on Pinterest some years ago, and I followed the blog post at the time to go and see how this was done, and I cannot remember what blog it was, but I'm going to do my best to find it and link it below. I think I have found it recently, and so I should be able to look for it in my history, but anyway, I'll look for it and see if I can show you the original post. It was really cool too. All right, now it is assembly time. And as with any rosette, we're gonna make a big circle, okay? So I'm gonna move these guys aside. I better do this first. I want to show you something I did that just for fun. Now, one thing I've done to these pink ones, after I put the adhesive on, I folded them down with the two pieces facing down. The end pieces are facing down. I'm going to put these into my angle punch. I want to get a little frilly edge, and so this is going to do that for me. So just make sure when you do this that you have these guys, that you're punching them the same way. That's the only thing you want to make sure of, that all of them are being punched the same, and this one is not. So I want to double check that again. So I've got this down just like this. Now it goes in this way. So just double check that. Just make sure that they're the same. There we go. All right, so all these guys now have that cool little frilly, kind of angly punch at the end, and we're ready to assemble. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to peel the backer off of two sides of one of these little pink ones. So I'm exposing the sticky, okay? Now we're going to take this to this 4-inch piece, and I want those pointed pieces facing out, so I'm going to face them down. So basically, the way to remember this here, since I did this decorative edge, is put the square edge together. See, the square edge is here, and the decorative edge is at the bottom. So this is the bottom of the cross. This is the piece that's going to help it be a rosette and also hold everything together. Now I'm going to grab one of the white pieces and do the same thing. Angled down, match up these square sides. Okay, so everything looks the same like that. And now we need another pink piece. These pink pieces are kind of like what holds the whole thing together. So I'm going to peel off the sticky tape backer on both sides. And then I'm going to attach the square part to the square part and let the frilly edge or the punched edge be at the other end. So just like that, okay? So this is how it's looking so far. The longest piece, then an attacher piece, a shorter piece, an attacher piece. Now we need a shorter piece again. The white pieces are going to make the cross. The colored piece is going to be the accent in the middle. Now we need another one of these guys. Still facing the same way we did this one. We're going to put it to the square edge here. Make sure we line it up nice and straight. It's pretty forgiving, actually, so you don't have to stress too much. Then we're going to add that last white cross piece. Remember, the 3 pieces, the ones I used that were white, they're the same size, so you don't have to be too picky about which one you pick up when. All right, now we're going to add the last attacher piece. The best thing I know to call it, an attacher piece. And I'm just going to attach it here first to the other end. So we're just making a big long line, and I'll show you this in the screen real quick. So you see, we just made a big long line, and now we're going to bring it together from the large white piece to this piece, and we can just fold it over and stick it together. Just like so. Now, this is a little harder to do than a regular rosette. So what I like to do is go ahead and fold this into place before I ever even think about hot gluing this down. So I just kind of mess with it, turn it. You want to bring all the pieces to the top so that it lays flat. And again, it's not the easiest. You have to kind of mess with it. I'm going to let you see me mess with it because this is how I do it. And once I get it to go into place one time, I'm pretty good. So see that? Now we've got our cross shape. See what it does? Isn't that cool? I dropped it. We'll do it again. Once you do it once, it's much easier the next time. See how fast it went the second time? So there we go. Now we need to glue this down, and we're going to use that round circle to do that. I'm going to move this to the side. I'm going to bring this circle back over, and we're going to use our hot glue, and I'm going to make a puddle of hot glue. Now I like to do hot glue with it because it gives me some time. You might want to do something else, a glue dot or what have you, but I think the hot glue works. Now what I do for this one that's different than my other rosettes is I go ahead and kind of get this into shape. Then I lift it and put it into that hot glue, and then I can really put it into shape. See how I kind of just scooted it over it? And now I'm going to hold it and let it cool. I wish my hands weren't in the way, but you have to pretty much use your hands on this one. You have to really get in there and hold it because it's a little bit unwieldy because it's not a circle. It's shaped, so you have to kind of hold it. So here you can see the cross that we've made. Isn't that pretty? And I like the little angle pieces there on those, but you could do anything. You could play with any of your punches. See how it's starting to loosen because I'm a little too quick? That's all right. Now you can decorate this any way you want. A pretty button, maybe a star, anything you want in the middle. You could use some stamped images, you name it. The back of it, you could go ahead again and put a piece to be a tag. You could put a circle in here that you can write a note on to give somebody and hang this on a present. I just think this is so pretty. And I'm so thankful to the person who figured this out because it was not me. I remember reading this somewhere, so I'm going to search for it so you can see it. But that is the cross rosette without any pretties in the middle. All right, guys, thanks so much. Let me bring this other one over so you can see what it looks like. Same thing, those connector pieces are typically different. It's kind of like we did the angel. The angel had some vellum in that area, but this is how we do the cross. I think it's really pretty. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with it. I hope this helps you because a lot of you were asking about this and it was highly, highly requested. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, just a reminder, I won't be with you on Friday or Saturday on the YouTube channel. I will be out of town with my family having a good old Thanksgiving, so please forgive me for that, but I'm looking forward to some time off. I pray that you guys have a great Thanksgiving too, and I'll see you again the week after. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.